Okay. Yeah, thank you. Let D be an integral domain. A polynomial fx from dx. So basically the underlying ring is an integral domain, and over that we form a polynomial ring and consider one particular polynomial. And then we are defining when we say that polynomial is reducible or irreducible. So polynomial fx from dx, that is neither zero polynomial nor a unit in dx. So we know that every polynomial contains a zero element. So the zero polynomial is always contained in every ring, whether whatever be the ring. So the polynomial which we are considering to be irreducible or reducible. So firstly, we are saying it should not be a zero polynomial and not a unit. So it's neither a zero polynomial nor a unit. So we know unit polynomials are those whose in multiplicative inverses exist. So it is not that polynomial. Then it is said to be irreducible over D if whenever fx is expressed as gx into hx, like the product of other two polynomials, and where these two other polynomials are gx and hx, they also are in the same polynomial ring dx. Then either gx or hx is a unit in dx, right? So this is the definition of irreducible polynomial, that we say a particular polynomial is irreducible over an integral domain D. First condition is it should not be a zero polynomial, it should not be a unit itself. And then if we express that polynomial as a product of two other polynomials belonging to the same integral domain polynomial ring, then either gx or hx is a unit. So in other words, we cannot express a polynomial as a product of two non-units polynomial. So the definition is similar to, a prime number. So we know that a prime number is not having any of its factorization. The only two divisors of a prime number are 1 and the number itself. So that means whenever you will try to write any prime number as product of two other numbers, that means you are trying to write it as the division, the factorization of a prime number, then we know that either a will be 1 or b will be 1. One of them has to be equals to 1 and the other one will be obviously equals to the fx. So this is what we say a prime number is not factorizable. We cannot factorize a prime number. So same is with the polynomial. Irreducible means it's not factorizable. We cannot make its factors as one of them, means both of them cannot be non-units, right? One of them has to be units. So if this is the case with any polynomial, that polynomial is said to be irreducible over D. I'll give you examples and then it will be more clear. And otherwise means if it is not irreducible, so means the other definition. Okay, let me not write it this way. Let me give you like a definition of reducible polynomial. A non-zero, non-unit element of dx that is not irreducible over D is reducible. So as such, nothing new in the definition. So the polynomial which is obviously not an irreducible polynomial happens to be a reducible polynomial. So here also it should not be a zero polynomial and not should not be a unit polynomial. So what you can see is The zero polynomial and the unit polynomial, they are not included in the category of reducible or irreducible. They just have a different category of their own. So whenever we want to say check reducibility or irreducibility, so we just check from the non-zero and non-unit polynomials, right? So let me just give you example for the same, and then the things will be clear to you. So if I take the polynomial fx, say 2x square plus 4. So I am saying this is irreducible over the field of rationals, right? Over Q. Because whatever factors you will try to make of it, you will not be able to factorize it. You will not be able to write it as gx into hx without both one of them to be a unit element, right? You cannot just factorize it. What I'm trying to say, you just cannot factorize it. It is maximum what you can do is 2 into x square plus 2. This is what you can do. This is the only factorization which is possible for this polynomial. So when you do this factorization, so if I call this gx and hx, so my gx is 2, and what is gx? Is it a unit element over rationals?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we know that it's invertible because we are talking about the field. So this is clearly a unit element over Q. So that's what we require for the definition of irreducible, that whenever you will try to factorize, then one of the factors has to be a unit element, will be a unit element, other one whatever it is. And you will see there is no other factorization possible because it is not having any roots over Q. We'll connect the result of reducibility and irreducibility with the concept of having roots, because now we are clear with what do we mean by the polynomial is having roots over a particular ring or over a particular field. So this one is irreducible over Q, right? But the same polynomial, if I consider over Z, 2x square plus 4, so I am saying this is reducible over Z, right? So this is because I can write it like this. The factorization is still the same, 2 into x square plus, sorry, 2 into x square plus 2. So if I writing it gx or hx, so gx is 2, that is also not a unit element, and hx is x square plus 2, that is also not a unit element of the polynomial ring Zx. So Gx is also not a unit element of Zx. So for that you need to know what are the unit elements of Zx in the polynomial ring of integers. What are the unit polynomials?
1
1
and
and
One
minus
and
1.
minus
1 and minus 1. Yeah, these are the only possible the constant elements which are units in Z, the same are unit elements in Zx. So this is neither of them. So both Gx and Hx are non-units. So that means you are able to factorize the given polynomial into 2 as a product of two factors, Gx and Hx. Therefore it is reducible. So these examples shows that one particular polynomial may be irreducible over a particular ring and may be reducible over some another ring or field. Right now we are not connected with the fields, I'm just taking the examples for integral domains. And that's why if you look at the definition again, so in the definition we have used the word irreducible over D. So that over D word is very important. So if you just tell me this polynomial is irreducible, then that statement is incomplete. You have to tell it is irreducible over this field or over this integral domain. So always make it a habit whenever you're talking about reducibility or irreducibility, you always have to talk completely. You need to specify the information over what ring you are talking about, because without that the information is incomplete, as this example shows you. So similarly I can give you more examples for the polynomial. Say if we have fx is equal to x square minus 3,
ma'am, ma'am,
right? हाँ बोलो.
it is also irreducible over reals.
Sorry.
Irreducible over reals also, ma'am.
Yes, yes, the first one. Yes, yes. This polynomial is
but
also
not over complex.
not over complex. Yeah, not over complex. Because over complex, we can make the factors x minus 2 iota into x plus 2 iota. We'll come to that result. Okay, because the field of complex is a field. So all the polynomials with real coefficients, they're definitely going to have roots over the complex, because we know there's nothing beyond complex. So because complex में तो roots मिल ही जाएंगे, तो उसकी factorization linear में हो ही जाएगी quadratic polynomial की. So we'll come to that later, the general result. But yes, as a definition if you want, so this one is definitely irreducible over reals but reducible over the complex. Yeah, so I was giving you another example. This one is irreducible over q, because over the field of rationals you are not able to find its any factors, right? Means clearly you can see that its only possible factors are x minus root 3, x plus root 3, but square root of 3 does not belong to rationals, so you cannot write that. Okay, you have to write the factors of those factors should belong to the same polynomial ring. So this is not factorizable, so this is irreducible over q. But if I write this as x minus root 3, x plus root 3, so over reals it is reducible, because yeah, because over reals I know this square root 3 belongs to real. So this individual gx and hx, if I am treating them as gx and hx, so both of them are belonging to the field, the polynomial ring Rx, right? Okay, so one thing is this, you can see from these examples, these are what I am telling you, that I'm already telling you this is reducible or this is irreducible, because somehow we try to, see the things intuitively, that whether factorization is possible or not. But this technique is not general. Means, uh, if you will be given a random polynomial, then it might be difficult for you to figure out whether it is factorizable, whether it is reducible or not. So we should have some actually results and the mathematical ways of identifying whether a given polynomial is reducible or irreducible, because this is the thing actually applicable in all the concepts of most of the concepts of mathematics, be it pure or applied, that the definitions which are there to define certain concept, so they are not practical. The definitions are just for the understanding of the concept, but when it comes to the questions, so we should have some mathematical way or some better technique to identify whether a given polynomial is reducible or irreducible. So we will be having certain results with us and certain irreducibility tests with us, which will help us to identify these, the reducibility of a polynomial. So before that, I'll be just telling you result, that for a field, what does it mean? Because we just assumed that, we just sorry, not assumed, we just gave the definition for an integral domain. So what will happen to the definition of irreducibility, or the reducibility for a field? So for a field, we can say a polynomial fx belongings to fx is irreducible if fx cannot be expressed as product of two polynomials of lower degree. Because it's clear from these examples, because जैसे हम रैशनल्स की बात कर रहे हैं एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस थ्री, तो आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू फैक्टराइज इट एज एक्स माइनस स्क्वायर रूट थ्री इंटू एक्स प्लस स्क्वायर रूट थ्री ओवर क्यू, बिकॉज जो फैक्टर्स आएंगे इंडिविजुअली वो क्यू एक्स में बिलोंग नहीं करते हैं. But over reals I could do that. So immediately I just said, okay, since I'm able to do that, therefore it is reducible. So over a field the things are easy. Means fields में आपको unit non unit ये देखने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. fields में you can just have the interpretation कि अगर आप एक polynomial को अब उससे lower degree के polynomial के product में express कर पा रहे हो, obviously अब factors बनेंगे तो दोनों polynomial lower degree की ही होंगी, then it is रिड्यूसिबल और नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, देन इट इज इरिड्यूसिबल. सो फील्ड्स के लिए द इंटरप्रिटेशन इज इवन इजियर, बट यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल. जब आप इंटीग्रल डोमेन्स की बात करोगे तब आपको वो यूनिट नॉन यूनिट वाला कॉन्सेप्ट देखना है. दैट इफ यू आर एबल टू, जैसे हमने ZX की बात की थी, जो पहला पॉलिनोमियल था हमारा, व्हेन आई gave you this example that this 2x plus 4 is reducible over z. So I was able to factorize into 2 and x square plus 2, but 2 was okay of lower degree, but x square plus 2 was of same degree, of which is the 2x square plus 4. So that means over integral domains this result is not applicable, that it is going to be reducible if and only if it can be written as product of two lower degree polynomials. जैसे यहाँ पे आपने जो factor किया ये lower degree का नहीं है, same degree का है, but still it is reducible because by the other definition, by the main definition which says कि unit element जो है नहीं होना चाहिए दोनों में से कोई. But fields के लिए this is the result which you can use to see the reducibility or irreducibility. Okay, so let me give you the first theorem. It says that let F be a field and if Fx belongs to Fx and degree of Fx is 2 or 3, then Fx is reducible over F if and only if F has a 0 in the field F. So you see we are now simplifying the things. We are now moving ahead कि हम अब पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम्पल में आ गए हैं. जैसे जनरल रिजल्ट हमने आपको बता दिया डेफिनेशन. नाउ वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स अ पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम्पल. And what is that particular category which we have considered? That this result is for all those polynomials over a field whose degree is 2 or 3, right? Whose degree is 2 or 3. So that polynomial we are talking about, whether that is reducible or not. So this is reducible if and only if it is going to have a 0 in F, right? Okay, what about 1 degree polynomial? ये थ्योरम तो अभी हम प्रूव करेंगे, रिजल्ट प्रूव करेंगे. बट व्हाट अबाउट द लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल ओवर अ फील्ड एफ?
इरेड्यूसिबल ही होगा वो.
हम्म.
इरेड्यूसिबल होगा.
या बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट फैक्टराइज इट फर्दर. लीनियर के तो आगे फैक्टर्स बन ही नहीं सकते हैं ना आगे, बिकॉज द वे आई टोल्ड यू कि इट इज इरिड्यूसिबल इफ इट कैन नॉट बी एक्सप्रेस एज प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू लोअर डिग्री पॉलिनोमियल्स. अब आप एक लीनियर से लोअर डिग्री तो कांस्टेंट पॉलिनोमियल ही होते हैं, तो आप एक लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल को ax plus b को it can never be written as some gx into hx. हम फील्ड की बात कर रहे हैं, रिमेंबर हम फील्ड की बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? It can never be written as gx into hx with degree of gx is less than 1 and degree of hx is less than 1. दोनों की डिग्री लेस देन 1 हो, वो हम मीन्स नहीं कर सकते हैं, right? Because otherwise how will you generate the linear polynomial? You cannot multiply to constants and generate a linear polynomial. So degree 1 polynomial, this result you can write the degree 1 polynomial, or you can write linear polynomial also. Degree 1 polynomial over a field is always irreducible, right? So that is why उसके लिए कोई result नहीं है, कोई theorem नहीं है, because this is by default coming from this result which I just stated. Okay, so degree 1, no argument about it. Over a field if it is there, so it is definitely irreducible. So now we are talking about degree 2 or degree 3. So degree 2 और degree 3 को irreducible होने के लिए उसका वहां पे 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. 0 हो जाएगा तो वो reducible हो जाएगी. So let's prove this theorem. So this theorem is with the name reducibility test for degrees 2 and 3. So the proof is, sorry, suppose fx is gx into hx. नाउ दिस इज द इफ एंड ओनली इफ रिजल्ट, राइट? सो दैट मीन्स बोथ वेज हमें प्रूव करना है. तो पहले हमने सपोज कर लिया कि वी आर एबल टू राइट इट एज suppose fx is reducible. So first thing we have assumed, suppose fx is reducible over f. It implies fx can be written as gx into hx, where degree of gx is less than degree of fx and degree of hx is also less than degree of fx. Now in general we know that if you just look at f is g into h, so degree of fx is going to be the sum of the degrees. ये रिजल्ट तो हमने बहुत बार यूज किया है. whenever we have a product of two polynomials, so the total degree is just going to be the sum of individual degrees, right? आप एक क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल को क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो जो रिजल्टिंग पॉलिनोमियल आएगा उसकी डिग्री 5 ही होगी. 2 + 3 5. बिकॉज हम फील्ड में हैं तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि लीडिंग टर्म 0 बन जाएगा, बिकॉज 0 डिवाइजर्स नहीं होते हैं फील्ड में, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल बिकॉज वी आर इन अ फील्ड. So degree of fx is same as degree of gx plus degree of hx. And what else is given to you? We are given that degree of fx is 2 or 3, right? So if degree of fx is 2, then what are the possibilities for degree of gx and degree of hx? So use all the information which you have now. So if degree of fx is 2, then yes, what are the possible degrees of gx and hx? 1 + 1 will make
लीनियर
2.
होगा.
हाँ, 1 + 1 एक ही पॉसिबिलिटी बनी क्योंकि 2 कैन बी रिटन लाइक आइदर 0 + 2 और 2 को हम लिख सकते हैं. सी अब ये आपके पास 2 आ गया है, सो 2 कैन बी आइदर रिटन लाइक 0 + 2 और 1 + 1. बट 0 + 2 नहीं हो सकता बिकॉज फिर एच एक्स की डिग्री सेम हो जाएगी एफ एक्स की डिग्री, बट दोनों की स्ट्रिक्टली लेस है. सो द ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी इज 1 + 1. सो दैट मीन्स इस केस में डिग्री ऑफ जी एक्स भी 1 होगा और डिग्री ऑफ एच एक्स भी क्या होगा? 1 होगा. एंड व्हाट इफ डिग्री ऑफ एफ एक्स इज 3? देन 3 के कौन से पार्टीशंस बन सकते हैं? 0 + 3 अगेन नहीं कंसिडर करना है बिकॉज हमें सेम डिग्री नहीं चाहिए. सो इट इज आइदर 1 + 2 और 2 + 1. 3 की यही पार्टीशंस बनेंगे हमारे पास, 1 + 2 या 2 + 1. तो इस केस में दोनों में से एक, gx या hx, दोनों में से एक की डिग्री क्या होगी? 1 होगी. देन एटलीस्ट, नॉट एटलीस्ट, देन डिग्री ऑफ आइदर gx और hx is 1. तो दोनों में से एक की डिग्री क्या होगी? 1 होगी. से अब दोनों केसेस को आप कंबाइन करते हो, से gx है बिकॉज नेम डज नॉट मैटर, इट्स जस्ट वन ऑफ द पॉलिनोमियल्स इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू हैव डिग्री 1 इन बोथ द केसेस, चाहे डिग्री 2 है चाहे डिग्री 3 है. सो से अवर gx इज हैविंग डिग्री 1. सो डिग्री 1 के पॉलिनोमियल्स कैसे होते हैं? ax plus b, right? So what is it? Can you, if you put is equal to 0, so if I'm trying to find 0 of gx, the root of gx, so ax plus b is 0, so x is minus b by a, so you can write it minus ab inverse. So obviously it belongs to the field f because we know we are in a field, so inverses exist. Sorry, it's wrongly written, minus a inverse b. We know that it belongs to the field. So that means the linear, the polynomial is going to be, means this polynomial is going to have a root. So हमें prove क्या करना था? What you wanted to prove was, yes, if you read the statement, that fx is reducible if and only if it has a 0 in f. तो हमने reducible लेके चले थे, we started with reducible and we proved that it is having a 0. but हमने जो prove किया है वो gx का 0 है. but since this result is there, अब जो gx का root है वो fx का भी root है, right? so if you want to call this number, say some c, so g of c is 0, but where c belongs to f, but you know that f of c is g of c into h of c, so that is also 0. It implies c is a 0 of fx. तो वन साइडेड वी हैव प्रूव्ड कि रिड्यूसिबल होना मींस इक्वलेंट टू उसका एक रूट मिलेगा आपको उस फील्ड में. ओके, कन्वर्सली हम क्या सपोज करेंगे, सपोज दैट देयर एग्जिस्ट अ रूट ऑफ fx in f, say a, right, such that f of a is 0. So when f of a is 0, now you remember the statement of factor theorem which we did in the previous chapter. So what was the statement of factor theorem? Yes, anybody remembers that? What was the statement of factor theorem? That a is a 0 of a polynomial over a field if and only if x minus a is a factor of that. So in that case, we can always write fx is x minus a into some other polynomial, obviously belonging to the same field. Because a इसका 0 है तो हमेशा उसको हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं fx is x minus a into qx. Now it clearly shows that because degree of x minus a is 1, which is less than degree of fx, because degree of fx तो या 2 है या 3 है, और clearly degree of जो ये qx polynomial आपका बचा है उसकी डिग्री कितनी होगी, डिग्री ऑफ fx माइनस 1 होगी, बिकॉज 1 तो इसकी है सो उससे कम ही होगी. So this is also less than degree of fx. So that means we are able to write fx as product of two polynomials where individual those polynomials are having degree less than degree of fx. Therefore, fx is reducible over f. So that is the proof. So this statement, this theorem says reducibility tests for polynomials of degree 2 or 3. So that means over a field the things are simpler now. Linear polynomial always irreducible. क्वाड्रेटिक एंड क्यूबिक का रिड्यूसिबिलिटी टेस्ट आपको मिल गया है कि अगर उसका कोई रूट होगा उस फील्ड में तब तो वो रिड्यूसिबल है, अदरवाइज नहीं. सो यू कैन अप्लाई दिस टू एनी एग्जांपल जो हमने ऊपर किए हैं. आई कैन टेक द सेम एग्जांपल. सो इफ यू टेक 2x square plus 4, say you want to consider it over q. So because q is a field and this is a polynomial of degree 2, so I can use the above theorem. So clearly this one over q is irreducible because as it has no root in rationals. So you see that the things are so simple. We don't need to worry about कि factorization क्या होगी, factors की degree क्या होगी. We don't need to look at those things. Just find the roots of that polynomial. उस field में उसके roots आ गए तो reducible, otherwise irreducible. So this test will work for any quadratic or cubic polynomial. You can try and test it over as many examples as you want, but the condition is it should be over a field, right? So similarly, x square plus 1 over r is definitely going to be irreducible, but x square plus 1 over the field of complex is reducible because we know iota belongs to complex is a root of fx is equal to x square plus 1. Right, so the tests can be done for other examples of zp, because zp whenever p is prime they are also fields, so for there also you can use this result. Okay, so now let me take an example of a polynomial of degree greater than 2 or 3, because 2 or 3 का तो अब सबको clear है. Is it clear up to here? Degree 3 तक का over a field we are much clear how to check reducibility, irreducibility. So let me give you an example of a larger degree polynomial. Say if you take this x raised to power 4 plus 2x square plus 1 over q, right? So इसके लिए अभी मैंने कोई टेस्ट नहीं किया है, so we will just test it by the definition only. So yes, can you tell me whether this is reducible or irreducible over Q? Can you factorize it? Can you write it as a product of two lower degree polynomials? क्योंकि वो जो डेफिनेशन मैंने आपको बताई थी, ये वाला जो रिजल्ट इस थ्योरम से पहले, ये रिजल्ट फॉर अ फील्ड इट इज इरिड्यूसिबल इफ एंड ओनली इफ इट कैन नॉट बी एक्सप्रेस्ड एज, तो ये तो जनरल है, ये सभी पॉलिनोमियल्स के लिए. सो यूज दिस. If you are able to find two lower degree polynomials such that this can be written, then it will be reducible, otherwise irreducible. So can you find some factors of it? Isn't it this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that makes it. Yeah, what is the answer?
Reducible.
Reducible. You are able to write it, yeah, as a product of two lower degree polynomials, 2 and 2. So therefore, since we can write it like this, therefore the given polynomial is reducible over Q. So this is an example of a polynomial which has no roots. अगर आप इसके ऊपर roots वाला रिजल्ट लगाओगे, वैसे वो एप्लीकेबल नहीं है, बिकॉज वो सिर्फ डिग्री 2 और 3 के लिए, बट टू जस्ट टेस्ट कि वो जो 2 और 3 के एप्लीकेबल है, 4 पे जाके फेल हो जाता है. डिग्री इसका कोई रूट नहीं है रैशनल्स में. यू कैन ट्राई फाइंडिंग इट्स रूट्स. आपको दिख रहे हैं इसके रूट्स जो हैं, कॉम्प्लेक्स रूट्स हैं, दे आर नॉट ओवर द रैशनल्स, बट स्टिल इट इज रिड्यूसिबल बिकॉज you can factorize it. Okay, so that was about this particular test, and you can have more examples. And now next we are going to define another important definition which will be used in further theorems about reducibility. Content of a polynomial. So what is content of a polynomial? The content of a non-zero polynomial. So we have a polynomial an xn, sorry, n minus 1, where ai's are integers. अभी हम integers की बात कर रहे हैं. Later on we'll relate it with some other fields, but अभी हम ring of integers के ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं. These coefficients are integers. So the content is the GCD of these. You can, because these are integers, you can always find greatest common divisor of a given set of integers. I'll give you some integers, I'm asking you to find the greatest common divisor. You can always find that, right? So GCD, whatever will be the GCD of these coefficients a0, a1 up to an, so that is known as the content of that particular polynomial. And there is another definition associated with it, which is primitive polynomial. So primitive polynomial is if the, so it has a notation, so it is denoted by C of f. ये कोई ऐसे conventional notation नहीं है, different authors use different notation, but we will be using this notation. C of fx means the content of fx. So if C of fx is 1 where fx belongs to zx, obviously हमने नॉन जीरो पॉलिनोमियल के लिए ही वो डिफाइन करना है. तो अगर कंटेंट 1 है किसी पॉलिनोमियल का, then that polynomial is called a primitive polynomial. सो इट्स इजी बिकॉज जीसीडी तो हमें फाइंड करना आता है. तो जीसीडी 1 होने का क्या मतलब है कि सारे जो इंटीजर्स हैं वो क्या होंगे, को प्राइम होंगे. दे विल नॉट हैव एनी कॉमन फैक्टर्स अमंग देमसेल्व्स. सो सबका जीसीडी 1 होगा. सो दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉलिनोमियल इज कॉल्ड अ प्रिमिटिव पॉलिनोमियल. एक्चुअली ये प्रिमिटिव पॉलिनोमियल का आगे यूटिलाइजेशन है, अभी के लिए इट्स जस्ट द डेफिनेशन. सो बट वी विल बी यूजिंग इट फर्दर. Yes. So can you give an example of a primitive polynomial? You just give me an example whose coefficients are co-prime. Two x square plus 3x plus 1. What are the coefficients? 1, 3 and 2. What is the GCD? Sorry. What is the GCD of these coefficients? Yes, what is this? What is the greatest common divisor? It's 1 only. Because 1 तो सबका divisor आएगा ही आएगा. तो content या 1 होगा या 1 से बड़ा होगा. 1 से छोटा नहीं हो सकता. Because 1 is always a divisor. तो 1 से अगर कोई common divisor है बड़ा, सबका common divisor होना चाहिए. It's not like pair में. It should be common divisor of all the coefficients. Then we choose the largest one and call it content. But here it is just 1 only. So this is a primitive polynomial because the content is 1. So this is an example of a primitive polynomial. Is that fine? And similarly you can construct many examples. We'll connect it later with the fields कि fields के ऊपर होंगे कि नहीं होंगे और उनको हम primitive polynomial में कैसे convert कर सकते हैं या non primitive. Those all results will come, but अभी के लिए we just have the definition of this. So after this we are going to prove the next result, which is Gauss lemma. So this says the product of two primitive polynomials is primitive. कि अगर आप दो primitive polynomials को product करते हो, the answer is also going to be primitive. So we will not be able to finish its proof, so I will not start that because otherwise next time I have to repeat that. So I'll just hold it till the next time and then we will do its proof. And because this is actually going to be used in proving next theorem. The next theorem statement is reducibility over Q implies reducibility over Z. So that is another theorem where we'll be using this lemma, but I'll take up that next time. Meanwhile, you can ask me if any doubts you have in whatever we have discussed today or previously. Yes, any doubts?
मैम कल वाला लेक्चर अपलोड कर देना.
हाँ वो रहता है अभी. हाँ, I'll upload today's as well as the yesterday's lecture. Thank you.
ओके मैम. मार्क्स कब?
हाँ,
बताओ.
मार्क्स भी अभी एक्चुअली बस थोड़े से रहते हैं टेस्ट चेक होने में. सो आफ्टर दैट आई विल डू. मोस्ट प्रोबेबली बाय टुडे इवनिंग मिल जाएंगे आपको मार्क्स. Right, so if there are no doubts, so that's all for today. Thank you.
थैंक यू मैम.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.